starting Unit 3, which is linear functions. We're going to take some notes, and then you're going to try some stuff on your own. So we want to talk about what is a linear function. We've kind of worked with this equation before, y equals mx plus b. We want to get specific. B is what we're focusing on today. B is your y-intercept. It is where everything begins. B stands for begins. Our m is our slope, and it is how everything is moving. So how does everything move? And so m, slope, m moves. Let's go ahead and start taking notes over linear things.
Here's the start of your 3.1 Level 7 notes. Pause the video to copy those 4 examples down.
Today we're going to start with equations. So here are the 4 examples that you have in your notebook. We're going to identify the y-intercept and the slope from all of them. Here's this guy right here. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5. The y-intercept is always the number that is not connected to x. Here's x. This number is connected. This number is not connected. So my y-intercept is 0, 5. My slope is the number that is connected to x, this guy. So my slope is negative 2/3. Let's move on to this one. Again, my y-intercept is the number that is not connected to x. Here's x. This one's not connected. So my y-intercept, even though it's a fraction, is still 0, 1/2. And then my slope, what's connected to x? Negative 3. This next one, my y-intercept is the number not connected to x. This one looks weird because y is on the right side, but I'm still looking for the number not connected to x. It's this guy right here. So my y-intercept is 0, -1 means -1. And then my slope is again connected to x, so it is 12. Last but not least, my y-intercept, which number is not connected to x? It's 7. So my y-intercept is 0, 7. My slope, what's connected to x? 1/3.
We just finished the 4 equations. Now pause the video to copy down the 2 graphs.
The next linear type of thing we're going to talk about is graphs. Here's the first graph we're going to look at. We're first going to identify what is the y-intercept. So here is my y-axis. Where does it cross? Right here at 4. So I know my y-intercept is 0, 4. I'm telling you right now that the slope is 2. We're going to work on slope tomorrow. I'm telling you the slope is 2, so we want to write the equation. We always start with y equals. The slope is what comes next, and it's always connected to the letter x. And then last but not least, my y-intercept is a positive 4, so plus 4. We know this because of the equation y equals mx plus b. Our movement or our slope goes here, and then our y-intercept or our beginning goes there. Here's our next graph. We're looking for the y-intercept. This is my y-axis, so I'm going to follow it until I hit my y-intercept, which is down here. So this is 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So 0, -5. And then my equation that we're going to be using, remember y equals mx plus b. M stands for slope. The slope of this line, I'm telling you right now, is -5/2. So we have y equals -5/2. That's the movement that's happening. Your slope is always connected to x. And then my y-intercept is what goes at the end. My y-intercept is -5, so we're not going to write +5. We're going to write -5. So here's our y-intercept. Here's our equation.
Here are the last 4 examples, 2 tables, and 2 word problems. Pause the video.
The next thing that we're going to talk about is tables. We're looking in our table for our y-intercept. I'm looking for where x is 0. Here it is. So I know my y-intercept is 0, 5. I'm telling you the slope of this table is -2/3, so we're going to write the equation. Y equals mx plus b. M stands for slope. So we have y equals our slope or our movement is negative 2/3. Put the x next to it because the x goes next to slope. The x goes next to slope. And then my y-intercept is 5. So we're going to throw the +5 at the end. Here's our next table. We're looking for our y-intercept, which means we're looking for where x is 0. I'm not seeing it. So it means we need to work for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would go here. But if we worked backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here's where 0 would show up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 would go here, but if I work backwards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you just do a little bit work, you'll see that the y-intercept is 0, 8. I'm telling you the slope is -1, so we're going to write the equation. Y equals mx plus b. So y equals, my slope is -1, so you write -1x. My y-intercept is 8, so you have your +8. The better way to write this, you don't have to write -1. You could just write y equals -x plus 8. Both of these are correct. This is just a little bit more algebraic. The last thing that we need to talk about that is all things linear is our word problems. We tried to make them topical. Our first word problem. You can eat 6 Cheetos in a minute. There are 121 Cheetos in a bag of chips. So I told you beforehand, y equals mx plus b. This b stands for begin. So we're thinking, how does this problem begin? Does this problem start with you eating 6 Cheetos? Or does the problem or scenario start with there are 121 Cheetos in the bag? How does everything begin? So if you have the bag and you open it, you're going to begin with 121 Cheetos. So the y-intercept is 0, 121. The slope is -6. It's negative because you're eating Cheetos out of the bag. So the bag is having less and less Cheetos in it. And so let's talk about what our equation is going to be. So we have y equals, our slope is -6 because you're eating Cheetos. You're getting less and less. It's connected with the x. And then my y-intercept is 121 because I'm beginning with 121 Cheetos in my bag. This next word problem, when Cardi B had her baby Culture, we all know, she weighed 8 pounds, and then she gained 2 pounds every month, because a baby gains about 2 pounds every month the first year of their life. So the y-intercept, we're thinking, how much did we begin with? So we're looking at when Cardi B had her baby, the baby began at 8 pounds. And so our y-intercept is 0, 8, because that's where it started. The slope is 2. We know it's a positive 2 because the baby's gaining 2 pounds. That's the movement that's happening. And so we're going to write our equation. We always start with y equals. Our slope, the movement that's happening, is it's gaining 2 pounds. So it's going to be connected to the x. And then the y-intercept is where everything begins. The baby starts at 8 pounds.
We're going to have you do 6 try on your own problems on the left side of your notebook. Go ahead and get it set up like this, and then you'll see the 6 problems here in a second. Here are the 6 problems we want for you to try on your own. 2 graphs, 2 tables, 2 word problems. Take a picture of your work on the left side of your notebook once you're done and upload it to Canvas.